So now it's really about making decisions that are going to help you get where you want to go. Now, we've talked about mindset and the good and the bad when it comes to thinking in terms of finances, but let's talk about the power of positive thinking. And by no means am I a motivational coach. However, I do take the approach of being positive with everything that happens in one's life. You know, you can ask my clients, even if something bad happens or they're upset, you know, I really try to stress being positive and figuring it out and really thinking clearly and not on emotion. But you know, I highly encourage anyone to read The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Peale because it's just so impactful and it really shows how thinking positively can change what happens around you. But, you know, I'm going to share a few reasons why being positive really pays off and why you should always keep a positive mindset. To start, you know, it builds character and resiliency. I mean, we know that saying what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it really is true. You know, if you are still breathing, it doesn't matter. You know, you're not dead, you are alive, and anything that happens to you, you can get through it because you're here, you're still here. So you always want to think positively because it affects what happens around you. It affects how you feel and how you are portrayed to others. No matter what you're going through, just remember there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Another reason why it's so important to stay positive is because you are what you think about, right? I mean, I think we've all experienced this where maybe, you know, we have a period in our lives where we're just thinking negatively and doesn't matter what happens, bad things are just happening, you know, and we think, well, of course, it's just the way things go for me, or my life is just so terrible. It makes sense these things are happening. And the reality is 5 good things could have happened to you in one day, and then one terrible thing happened. You forget about all those good things that happened and you only focus on that one negative thing. Of course you're gonna think this is just my life, this is how it's meant to be, because that's what you're focused on. You know, another reason why it's so important to be positive is it affects yourself. It affects how you feel and think about yourself, but it also affects how you come across to other people. I think we've also all been there where maybe we're around a friend or a family member or a significant other who is just negative and complaining and nothing ever goes good, and it's some mood sucker. It really takes the energy out of you and you're just brought down to this low place. And if you're that negative person and you're sucking the life out of your friends and family, that's not good. That's not good for the relationship. That's not good for you or them. And eventually it's going to turn into them not wanting to be around you. And that's not a good thing. But that also goes the other way around too. You know, if you have a friend who's always just so draining and down and nothing ever works out for them, you know, try talking to them. That way it's a pleasant experience when you're around them. Another reason why it's so important to be positive is because positivity breeds confidence. When you're positive, you are feeling good. You can achieve your goals. You know what life will look like when you achieve your goals. You have that confidence to go out and do the work, and it's gonna be worth it, and you just keep your eyes on the prize. Like, that's a great feeling, and being positive about your life and your goals and how you're getting there can help you really reach them, and do so with a positive attitude and allow things, the universe, whatever, to kind of make it easier for you to do so because you're so committed, you're so positive, and you just know it's gonna happen. And then last but not least, it could always be worse. So like I said, if you're still breathing, it could always be worse. There's always something to be thankful for if you are still around. We've all been through bad times. You know, I've lost my father, the closest person to me. People lose people every day. People have diseases, cancer. If you are still living, if you are still breathing, it could always be worse. And you can always get better. You can always fight through. So just remember that. Now, you know why it's so important to stay positive. You know why mindset is so critical for financial success, or any success for that matter. But what if you can't really get yourself to start thinking positive? Or what if you're kind of stuck in that negative zone and you don't know how to get out? I want to share a few ideas that you can do to help shift your mindset. It doesn't happen overnight, but start making the small changes so that you can start thinking positively and enjoying your life. Start journaling every day. Journaling is a great practice. It's simply writing out what you feel or expressing gratitude. Start the day writing in your journal 3 things that you're grateful for. Your health, your job. You may not like your job, but it's providing you income so that you can live where you're living. Your friends, your family, whatever. There are so many things to be grateful for, so you need to acknowledge them, and that's going to help get you thinking positively and get you thinking, life is not so bad. I do have things going well. Read more. I love reading, physical books. I love listening to audiobooks and podcasts. Like, the opportunity to kind of get out of your own head and listen to someone else's experiences or someone's strategy or someone's thought process is really impactful and powerful. And even fiction, maybe you're not really listening to someone's experiences, but you are getting out of your own head and really living through this book that you're reading. It's a great way to feel good and think positively. Start working with a coach. There are health, life, finance, spiritual, relationship coaches out there that can really help give you the tools and resources and accountability and motivation that you need to get yourself in the right state of mind to reach whatever goal you have. Surround yourself with quality people. So like I was saying, no one wants to hang out with a negative Nelly, but you also don't want to surround yourself with negative Nellies because you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. Maybe you need to switch it up. Start a focus group or go to networking events. Work with a mentor or a peer or a coworker that you admire, and really just broaden your network to people who are where you want to be or going where you want to go. And then lastly, think about your daily actions and habits. This is going to be a tough one because being self-aware is not always easy. But if you can think about what you're doing, feeling, thinking on a consistent basis, anything that's negative or not in tune with your goals, catch yourself and think, why did I just think that? Or why did I just do that? How is that helping me? What could I have done different? And then start doing things differently. That's what's going to help you get out of the negative mindset and really get to a positive place with your life and your finances. Okay, everyone, so that was my whole spiel on why mindset is critical for financial success and just success overall, and why being positive with your thoughts and your thinking really does lead to greater results and greater happiness within yourself. So I hope I inspired you to really start thinking positively. And if you have any questions, just drop a comment and I'm happy to answer. I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.